This is a fairly straightforward question. Okay, so in a world of two goods, x and y, if they are gross substitutes and x is a normal good, the price elasticity of demand for x will necessarily be greater than unity. Okay, let's tackle the first two concepts first, which is the gross substitutes and x is a normal good. Okay, so let's do what we have always been doing. Okay, so establish our initial equilibrium first. Right, x, y. Okay, this is I naught over px naught. This is I naught over py naught. And this thing inside here is px naught over py naught. Okay, just let me get my protractor. Where's my protractor, man? Okay, there I go. Okay, protractor to draw indifference curve. Looks neater. Okay. This point A is u naught. Okay, so initially our consumer is at x naught, consuming x naught and y naught quantities of the two goods. Okay, so let's do the first thing, which is to decrease the price of x. Okay, so what we have now is this is going to shift outwards. Okay, there we go. I naught over px1, and this over here is px1 over py naught. Okay, so now we can start. How do we identify whether the two goods are gross substitutes or not? Okay, so what we do is we are going to draw a horizontal line, okay, across point A, okay, like this. Okay, and then now we got to decide, if we go downwards, okay, are they gross substitutes or complements? Okay, so let's start with downwards first. Okay, downwards. Okay, so point B will land anywhere around here. So if I land anywhere around here, okay, I am actually buying more x and I'm buying less y. So you see, I'm buying more x, okay, but I'm buying less y. So when I'm coming down this way, obviously they are substitutes, okay. And you go the other way around, they are complements. Okay, because you look at the initial point over here, okay, if I'm here, okay, by going this way, I've bought more y and I bought more x. So I buy more of both goods at the same time, it means that they are complements. Okay, so now we have already settled one part already, the gross substitute parts. Okay, so now x is a normal good. Alright, so they didn't talk anything about the Slutsky boy. Okay, so now we're just gonna stick with the Hickson guy. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw the imaginary budget line. Okay, tangent to the indifference curve. Okay, and they intersect somewhere here. So this is point C. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to draw, okay, a vertical line on point C. Okay, now I got to decide whether this side is a normal good, this side is an inferior good. Okay, so let's ask whether real income has increased or not. Yes, it has, because the new budget line is on top of the imaginary budget line. Therefore, real income has increased. So when real income has increased and I buy more x, that means x is a normal good. So if I'm going this way, x is a normal good. And if I'm going this way, x is an inferior good. Okay, so now what is the question asking? The question asks, okay, what if they are gross substitutes and x is a normal good? So that means I must land somewhere in these four boxes, I must land somewhere here, because this is the part where it says that they are gross substitutes and it's normal good. So my point B has to be somewhere here, along this line over here, this line. Okay, so now I go on to the last part. Okay, the price elasticity of demand for x will be necessarily greater than unity. Okay, so to tackle this part, you need the budget equation. Okay, the budget equation looks like this. Okay, oh shit, blue marker gonna no ink eh. Okay, never mind. I'll use green marker. Okay, I naught equals to px naught plus I naught equals to px, okay, naught times x naught plus Py naught times y naught. Okay, so let's ask ourselves what has remained constant. Okay, so the thing is that this has remained constant because we didn't increase his monetary income. This has remained constant. Okay, so only this has changed, right? Okay, so the price of x has gone down. We know that, okay, because we made that happen. The price of x has gone down, okay, and the amount of y that we are buying has gone down. Okay, so the thing is that for this whole thing, okay, to actually go down and this whole thing to be constant, this thing has to go up. Okay, so the thing is that for this thing to go up, okay, the change in x has to be more than the change in the price of x naught, px naught. Okay, so look at this. This is the quantity change. This is the price change. So we know that the quantity of x must change in order for this part to be bigger than this part, in order for this whole thing to be constant, which is equals to I naught. Okay, the change in x must be greater than the change in price. Whew, okay, so now you look at this. This reminds me of something, right? This reminds me that if the quantity is changing more than the price, that means this is elastic. Okay, so when this is elastic, okay, that means, okay, my this symbol over here, my price elasticity or demand is more than 1. Okay, so more than 1 means that it is elastic. So is the answer true or false? The answer is true. Okay, because we have satisfied this equation and this equation. Okay, we know the dynamics of this equation from this graph over here. Okay, so that's how we answer this question.